Squiz Kids acknowledges the traditional owners of the lands on which we podcast, the Turrbal and Kombumerri people.
Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello, fabulous Squiz Kids listeners, and welcome to the Kids vs. Adults Bumper Holiday Squiz on children's books. I'm Christy Kijarina. Right through the year in the Squiz Kids Daily Podcast, we've been bringing you the big news stories of the day run through our kid-friendly filter to make sure you know all you need to know about the world around you. And at the end of every week, we've tested how much you've retained in the Kids vs. Adults Weekly News Squiz. But now, because it's the holidays, we're presenting a series of bumper Kids vs. Adults quizzes on a bunch of fun topics to see who's smarter, kids or adults. Plus, of course, because it's a Friday, we've got all today's birthday shout-outs and all the shout-outs for the week ahead, including the birthday reggae tune, because it wouldn't be Friday without it. Here's how the quiz works. 10 questions for kids about children's books, then 10 questions for adults. Whoever answers the most correct questions wins. Easy peasy. You ready? Let's do this. All right, kids, here are your 10 questions. Question number 1. Let's start off with an easy one. In the original fairy tale about Goldilocks and the Three Bears, what food does Goldilocks eat when she breaks into the Three Bears' house? Well done, kids, if you said porridge. Question number 2. In Mem Fox's wonderful book, where is the green sheep? Where is the green sheep? That's right, the green sheep is fast asleep under a bush at the end of the book. Question number 3. What type of animal is Curious George? Here's a hint. He loves bananas. Nice work, kids, if you said Curious George is a monkey. Question number 4. This year, Andy Griffiths and Terry Denton added another 13 stories to their treehouse, and we think it's finally complete. How many stories tall is their treehouse now? I hope you've read the book. It's 169 stories tall. Question number 5, and here's a bit of a tricky one for you. What is the name of the guy that runs the newsagent store in the world of David Walliams? If you know it, you know it. It's Raj. Question number 6. In the Roald Dahl book, the BFG, what does the acronym BFG stand for? Yeah, you know it. It's the Big Friendly Giant. Question number 7. The Wings of Fire books are set mainly on 2 continents, both of them starting with the letter P. Can you give me at least one of the 2 continents? You could have had Pyrea or Pantala. Well done if you got that. Question number 8. Who is supposedly writing the diary in the very popular kids' book series Diary of a Wimpy Kid? Great work if you said Greg Heffley. Love those Wimpy Kid books. Question number 9. What is Paddington Bear's favourite food? That's right, Paddington loves marmalade sandwiches. Question number 10, and your final question, kids. What did the very hungry caterpillar eat on a Thursday? Great work if you knew that it was 4 strawberries. How did you go, kids? How many did you get right out of 5? Reckon you're going to beat the adults? Yeah, I reckon so too. All right, adults, now it's your turn. Fire up the old grey matter. Here we go. Question number 1. In the classic Kenneth Grahame novel, Wind in the Willows, which character makes a nuisance of himself, stealing a car and taking a wild ride before being thrown in jail? Yeah, you know it. It's Mr. Toad of Toad Hall. Question number 2. In the Asterix comics, how did Obelix become so big and strong he is able to take on a legion of the Roman army single-handedly? If you love Asterix, you'll know that he fell into a cauldron of magic potion when he was a baby. Question number 3. Way back in 1970, author Judy Blume published a coming-of-age novel that in 2023 was released as a movie. Complete the title of this book. Are you there, God? It's me. Well done if you knew the title of the book is Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Question number 4. Name this novel. It is set in the late 1900s and recounts the story of an 11-year-old orphan girl mistakenly sent to live with an elderly brother and sister in a fictional town called Avonlea. That's right, that novel is called Anne of Green Gables. Question number 5. What is the name of the series of creepy novels by American author R.L. Stine that was many kids' entry into the world of vampires, ghosts, and monsters? Great work, adults, if you knew that it's the Goosebumps series. Question number 6. Here's a tricky one for you. What was the name of the family dog owned by the Darling family in the classic story Peter Pan? Was it too hard? I'm sorry, the dog was called Nana. Question number 7. In Robin Hood lore, which forest do Robin Hood and his band of merry men hide out in? Nice one, adults, if you knew that it is Sherwood Forest. Question number 8. In Lewis Carroll's classic tale, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, which character shouts the words, "Off with their heads"? Yep, it's the tyrannical Queen of Hearts. Question number 9. This Aussie autobiography has a version for both adults and kids. Written by Sally Morgan and published in 1987, they tell the story of Sally's search to find her Aboriginal ancestry, and they've sold more than 500,000 copies. What is the name of these beautiful books? Nice one, adults. If you knew the answer is My Place. Question number 10, and finally a question about one of my favourite literary characters. What is the name of the pig in the children's novel Charlotte's Web? Yeah, that pig's called Wilbur. How did you go, adults? How many did you get right? Did you beat the kids? Who won bragging rights this week? That's the end of the quiz, which means that now it's time for
Shout-outs.
It's Friday, January 26th, Australia Day, a day on which lots of people who have come to Australia from all around the world will become citizens of this land, and a time for all of us to be mindful of how we can take care of country and our fellow Aussies in the coming year. If you want to find out more about Australia Day, we released a shortcut on that very topic on Monday. Just scroll back through your podcast feed to find it. It's also a special day for these Squids kids celebrating a birthday today and over the weekend. So let's crack out that old birthday reggae tune. Hit it! It's a very happy birthday today to Grace from Newriba, Brandon from Cobbitty, and Cara from Mount Isa. And celebrating a birthday over this coming weekend are Rook from Point Cook and Lucas from Forster. Happy birthday, kids. Wow, birthday shout-outs were really short this week. That must mean we're also getting to the end of the holiday break. However, that also means that the regular Squiz Kids News podcast will be back on Monday. Regular birthday shoutouts and classroom shoutouts will be back on Monday too. If you haven't got your shoutout request in for this year, you can fill out the form on our website or drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au and we'll read out your name on the podcast. Well, that's all we have time for. I hope you're enjoying these quizzes. If you haven't listened to all the amazing summer holiday content, what are you waiting for? There are shortcuts, book clubs, and take a scroll back through the Squiz Kids podcast feed for our super excellent Squiz Kids Joke-a-thon. 30 minutes of unbridled hilarity as we count down the best jokes that Aussie kids have sent in. The perfect listening as you're shining your shoes or packing your bag all ready for your first day back at school. Or your first day ever at school. How exciting! Check it all out at squizkids.com.au or in the Squiz Kids feed of your favourite podcasting app. And remember, if you subscribe, all this excellent content will magically appear. Bryce will be back with you on Monday for the Daily News Podcast. But for now, this is Christy Kijarina signing off and reminding you to get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.